poor leg circulation after 60. Do this exercise now. It can help you.
If your legs feel heavy, swollen, or tired by the afternoon, especially after you turn 70, many people simply assume this is just how aging works. But here is what often surprises older patients when a surgeon explains it to them in plain language. In many cases, the problem is not mainly your heart.
One orthopedic and vascular principle that has been taught in medical training for decades is this: your calf muscles act like a second heart for your legs.
Every time they contract, they help squeeze blood back up toward your heart, working against gravity. When those muscles weaken over time from less activity or long periods of sitting, blood can pool. Many seniors tell their doctors they notice it most after sitting through a movie, riding in the car, or even just relaxing in their favorite chair. The good news is that this does not have to be permanent. A study published in the Journal of Applied Physiology in 2021, the participants were not running marathons or lifting heavy weights. They were doing gentle movements that most people overlook. Because walking is wonderful for overall health, but after 70, walking alone does not always give these specific muscles the gains. That is why many surgeons and physical therapists quietly recommend adding a few specific, safe exercises. In this video, I will walk you through a simple progression of movements, starting with the easiest one that most older adults can do right from their chair. Before we get started, let me know in the comments your age and where you are watching from today. And if you find this helpful, please give the video a like, share it with someone who might need it. The foundation that makes everything else work better is understanding this simple but powerful idea that has been part of medical training for many years. Here is why that matters so much as we get older.
Every time your calf muscles contract, whether from walking, standing up, or even a small movement, they gently squeeze the veins in your lower legs.
The veins in your legs have little one-way valves that open and close to keep blood moving in the right direction when the calf muscles are active and strong. But over time, especially after 70, many of us naturally move less. We sit longer, whether watching television.
When the calf muscles are not used as much, they quietly become weaker and less active. They stop providing that strong, regular pumping action.
And last. As a result, blood can slow down and pool in the lower legs and ankles. The encouraging part is that this natural pump can often be gently woken up again. That's the what? That older adults with these common circulation concerns did simple movements focused on the calves. After just This is why the first and most important movement we start with is so gentle that it can be done right from your chair. Sit comfortably in a sturdy chair with both feet flat on the floor, about hip width apart. Sit tall, relax your shoulders. Now, slowly lift your heels as high as feels comfortable, keeping the balls of your feet and your toes on the ground. Do this slowly, breathing normally the whole time. Aim for 10 to 15 repetitions at your own pace. Many people notice within a couple of weeks that their legs feel lighter and less tight, especially toward evening. This small movement sends a clear message. Now that you have the foundation with this gentle seated calf activation, let us talk about why it works so well and so many older adults. The idea is backed by solid research that gives us confidence in these simple steps. A study published in the Journal of
The researchers had them do targeted but very gentle calf muscle movements, nothing intense. After only a few weeks of doing them consistently, the participants showed significant improvement in venous blood return.
As a result, many reported less swelling, less aching, and legs that felt lighter and more comfortable by the end of the day.
It is not about pushing harder. It is about giving your muscles the clear, gentle signal they need to remember their natural pumping job. Many doctors and therapists point to findings like these when they recommend starting with exactly this kind of seated activation.
When you add this movement to your daily routine, even just a few times a day while sitting, you are supporting that venous pump in the most natural way.
Now that your calves are beginning to wake up, the next step is to help the joints just above them move a little more freely. Let us move to the supported ankle to knee flow. This one is still done completely seated so it stays safe and comfortable. Sit in the same sturdy chair, feet flat on the floor.
Place your hands on the sides of the chair or your thighs for support.
Choose one leg to start. Slowly slide that foot back toward the chair, bending your knee as far as feels easy and comfortable. Switch to the other leg and repeat. Do about 8 to 10 slides per leg, breathing normally throughout. We will build on this next with a gentle standing movement. If this is helping you already, let me know in the comments how your legs usually feel.
With this gentle ankle-to-knee flow added to your seated calf activation, you are already legs 2 simple ways to.
Many older adults wonders why these small seated movements can help when walking, which feels more active.
Walking is truly excellent for overall health, heart strength, and mood. It gets you moving and keeps joints flexible. But after
when we walk less or sit for longer periods, whether traveling, watching television, or resting, many surgeons and therapists see this pattern in their older patients and quietly recommend adding a few gentle.
The good news is that combining short walks with these specific activations often brings the best results for comfort.
Now that your calves and ankles are moving more smoothly while seated, the next natural step is to gently reintroduce standing in a supported way.
Let us move to supported standing weight shift. This one introduces standing safely, with no need to lift feet or test balance. Find a sturdy chair or kitchen counter to lightly rest your hands on for support.
Slowly shift your weight a little to the right leg, feeling the pressure through that foot. Then gently return to center.
Move at your own pace, breathing naturally. Aim for 8 to 10 shifts total. There is no rush or large movement required.
Every step you take in daily life relies on this smooth shifting, so supporting it now reduces stiffness and discomfort later.
Stay with me as we continue this safe progression.
If walking plus these movements sounds helpful for you, let me know in the comments. And please share this video with a friend who mentions tired legs. With this supported standing weight shift added to your routine, you are gently the ways of letting your legs share weight. Let us move to chair-assisted sit to stand. This gentle action is often recommended by therapists for older adults. Begin seated in a sturdy chair with no wheels. Place your feet flat on the floor, hip-width apart, and position slightly back so your knees. Now, lean your body slightly forward to bring your weight over your feet. Slowly rise to a full standing position.
Pause for a moment at the top, feeling steady. Then sit back down even more slowly and with control. Start with just 5 to 8 repetitions, moving at your own comfortable pace. Breathe normally throughout, never holding your breath. This movement brings your calves, thighs, and hips together in a coordinated way. When these larger muscles contract slowly, towards. At the same time, it builds confidence and ease for standing up from chairs, couches, or even the car seat in daily life. There is no rush or force required. If your knees feel sensitive, use your hands more for support or reduce how high you stand at first. A common mistake is dropping quickly back into the chair. That removes much of the circulation benefit and can jar the joints. Another mistake is rushing the rise. Slow, controlled movement is what makes this so effective for blood flow and comfort. This exercise is safe, requires no equipment beyond a chair, and can be done several times a day. Stay tuned as we move to the final exercise brings everything together in the most natural way. We are all. If standing up from chairs is something you would like to feel easier, leave a comment below and share how many times a day you notice doing it. Now that you have practiced the chair-assisted sit to stand and felt how your larger leg muscles work together with control, you are ready for the movement. This is controlled heel to stand flow. Many clinicians quietly consider this the most valuable single movement for leg circulation. It mirrors the exact patterns your legs use in daily life, like rising from a chair or taking a step, but in a safe, supported way. Stand comfortably behind a sturdy chair or counter, resting your hands lightly for security. Keep feet hip-width apart. Start by slowly lifting your heels just a little, feeling the calves gently engage as you rise onto the balls of your. From there, bend your knees slightly as if starting to sit back into a chair, but only a small amount that feels comfortable. Let the movements flow smoothly from heel lift into the gentle knee bend and back to standing.
Aim for 8 to 10 smooth flows, staying within a range that feels secure and easy.
This coordinated action restores natural motion to the ankles and knees, while the calves provide their pumping support. Information from the Cleveland Clinic highlights that gentle, repeated joint movement like this enhances venous return and reduces lower leg discomfort in older adults. The sequence feels soothing rather than strenuous, almost like a quiet reminder to your body of how it is.
There is no need for deep bends or high lifts. If anything feels unsteady, rely more on your hands or keep the motion.
Many seniors find this becomes a natural part of their routine because it supports circulation, balance, and confidence all at once.
Over the next few moments, I will share how these gentle practices can quietly change how your legs feel day after day.
Now that you have this complete progression, from the gentle seated activations all the way to the calm heel to stand flow.
One of the important bridging movements in this sequence is the supported standing weight shift, which gently reintroduces standing after the seated exercises. This is where many older adults start to feel more confident as circulation and coordination begin to improve together. To practice it, stand behind a sturdy chair or counter with your hands resting lightly for support. Keep feet hip-width apart. Guidance from the Mayo Clinic points out that simple supported standing movements like this can improve lower limb circulation and neuromuscular coordination.
This quiet is essential for everyday actions, like taking steps, turning, or adjusting your stance.
All these exercises together work because they focus on clarity and repetition rather than intensity. When practiced consistently, standing up becomes smoother, walking feels more steady, and long periods of sitting are more comfortable. The benefits go beyond the legs themselves. Better circulation supports overall confidence. Aging brings changes, but it does not mean you have to accept discomfort as permanent. These small, respectful movements, if you start with just one or two that feel easiest and build from there, you may be surprised at the difference.
Yes, I would love to hear from you now that we have gone through the full progression. Which part of leg discomfort affects you most?
Thank you for staying with me, and here is to lighter, more comfortable legs ahead. One of the exercises in this progression that many older adults tell me makes the biggest difference in their daily comfort is the chair-assisted sit-to-stand. It mimics something you already do many times each day, getting up from a chair, couch, or even the car, but doing it slowly. Guidance from Harvard Health highlights how slow, consistent lower body movements like this can help build functional strength. This movement powerfully engages your thighs, hips, and calves all at once. When these large muscle groups contract together in a controlled way, it is especially helpful for maintaining independence, whether standing up to answer the door, get something from another room, or join family at the table.
To practice safely, start seated in a sturdy chair without wheels. Place your feet flat on the floor, hip-width apart.
Lean your body slightly forward to shift your weight over your feet. Then slowly rise to standing, taking about 3 to 4 seconds to stand tall and steady. Pause briefly at the top, feeling balanced. Now lower yourself back down even more slowly, keeping the movement smooth and controlled all the way to sitting. That is one full repetition.
Begin with just 5 to 8 repetitions, done at your own pace. You can build up gradually as it feels comfortable.
If your knees or hips feel sensitive, use your hands more for assistance or stand only partway at first. A common mistake is dropping quickly back into the chair. That reduces the benefit for your muscles and can put extra strain on joints.
Another mistake is rushing the rise. Slow and steady is far more effective than fast or forced movement.
You can do this several times a day, perhaps each time you naturally stand up from sitting.
Many people notice this is the controlled heel-to-stand flow, often considered by clinicians the most valuable overall for supporting leg circulation and comfort after 70. Guidance from the National Institutes of Health notes that combined lower body muscle activation, done slowly and consistently, can optimize. When multiple leg muscles work together this way, the natural pumping action becomes stronger and more reliable throughout the day. To practice safely, stand comfortably behind a sturdy chair or counter, resting your hands lightly for support. Begin by slowly lifting your heels just a comfortable amount, rising onto the balls of your feet as your calves gently engage. Without pausing long, bend your knees slightly as if beginning to sit back toward a chair, but only a small, easy depth. Let the heel lift flow smoothly into the gentle knee bend and back to standing. Keep the entire sequence unhurried and pause. Aim for 8 to 12 smooth flows, staying within a range that feels secure and balanced. This all-in-one movement integrates everything we have practiced. The calf pump from the seated activation, it helps legs feel lighter and stronger without equipment, without strain, and in a way that directly supports daily activities. A common mistake is rushing the sequence or making the knee bend too deep like a squat. This is about gentle coordination and let's say reminders. Think of it as a calm reminder to your body of its natural patterns. When added consistently, if this combined flow sounds like the one you would most enjoy adding to your routine, try it today and see how your legs respond. Many older adults who follow this progression tell me the movement that feels most rewarding is the one that brings everything together in a single, natural flow. As you bring this controlled heel-to-stand flow into your daily routine, alongside the other gentle movements we have covered, these progressive exercises are designed to work through clarity and gentle repetition, waking up your legs in a way that feels natural and when practiced day after day, even just a few minutes at a time, many older adults notice meaningful changes that add up over weeks. Legs often feel noticeably lighter by afternoon or evening, with less of that heavy, tired sensation that used to build into. Balance improves quietly in the background, helping reduce that worry about stumbling or falling. Most importantly, the beauty is that none of this requires pushing harder or complicated routines. It is about reminding your body in a calm. Aging brings changes we cannot avoid, but it does not mean you have to lose control or accept discomfort as the only option. You have the choice to start gently today and let the benefits grow over time. Many people begin with just the seated ones. Now that you have the full progression, from the easiest seated calf activation all the way to this integrated standing flow, I would love to hear from you. Which symptom has been bothering you most lately? The heaviness, the swelling, the fatigue, or something else? Or which exercise are you most excited to try first? Please leave a comment below with your age and where you are watching from today. Your experiences help others feel less alone in this. If this video has given you some hope or practical steps for lighter legs, please give it a like so more seniors can find it. Share it with a friend or family member. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for staying with me through this entire progression. Here is to legs that feel lighter, days that feel easier, and the confidence that comes from taking gentle care of yourself.